caused you some trouble.
Mother. What's the saying? She isn't herself today. I think that's it.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered. I really don't have much of an appetite.
I'm sorry. I wish that people could apologize for other people. It's all for you. I'm not hungry. Please, go ahead. You eat like a bird.
You'd know, of course.
Not really. I've actually heard that expression that one eats like a bird is a falsity. I mean a falsity because birds eat a tremendous lot. Oh, I don't know anything about birds. My hobby is stuffing things, taxidermy. And I suppose I'd rather stuff birds because, well, I don't like the look of beasts when they're stuffed. Foxes and chimps and all. Some people even stuff dogs and cats, but I can't. I think only birds look well stuffed because, well, they're rather passive to begin with. Most of them.
It's a strange hobby. Curious, I mean.
Uncommon, too.
I imagine so.
It's not as expensive as you might think. Cheap, really. Needles, thread, sawdust. The chemicals are all that cost anything.
A man should have a hobby.
It's more than a hobby, sometimes. A hobby is supposed to pass the time, not fill it.
Is your time really so empty?
Oh, no, I run the house, tend the grounds, do little chores for Mother. Ones she allows I might be capable of doing.
And you go out with friends?
Friends? Who needs friends? A boy's best friend is his mother. You've never had an empty moment in your whole life, have you?
Only my share.
Where are you going? I don't mean to pry.
I'm looking for a private island.
What are you running away from?
Why do you ask that?
No, people never run away from anything. The rain stopped. You know what I think? I think we're all in our own private traps, clamped in them. We scratch and claw, but only at the air, only at each other. And for all of it, we never budge an inch.
Sometimes we deliberately step into those traps.
I was born in mine. I don't mind it anymore.
You should. Mind it.
Oh, I do. I say I don't.
If anyone ever spoke to me the way she spoke to you, I don't think I could ever laugh again.
Sometimes when she speaks that way, I wish I could curse her out and leave her forever. Or at least defy her. But I can't. She's ill.
She sounded strong.
No, I mean ill. She had to raise me all by herself after my father died. I was only 5. It must have been a strain. Well, she didn't have to go out to work or anything. Father left us with a little something. A few years ago, she met another man. It was too much for her when he died. The way he died. It's nothing to talk about when you're eating. Anyway, it was too much of a loss for her. She had nothing left.
Except you.
A son is a poor substitute for a lover.
Why don't you go away?
To a private island like you?
No, not like me.
It's too late for me. Besides, who would take care of her? She'd be alone. The fire would go out, damp and cold like a grave. When you love someone, you don't do that to them, no matter how much you hate them. I don't hate my mother. I hate what she's become. I hate the illness.
Wouldn't it be better if you put her in someplace?
An institution? A madhouse? People always call a madhouse someplace. Put her in someplace.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound uncaring.
What exactly do you mean by caring? Have you seen one of those places inside? Laughing and tears and cruel eyes studying you, and my mother in there? Why? Has she harmed you? She's as harmless as a stuffed bird.
I am sorry. I only felt... It seemed she was harming you. I meant...
Well, you meant well? People always mean well. They cluck their thick tongues and shake their heads so delicately that... I have suggested it myself. But I can't think of such a thing. Besides, it's not as if she were a raving thing, a maniac. She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad. Haven't you?
Yes. And just one time can be enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Norman.
Norman.
You're not going to your room already.
I'm very tired, and I'll have a long drive tomorrow, all the way back to Phoenix.
Phoenix?
I've stepped into a private trap there, and I want to go back and try to pull myself out before it's too late for me to.
Why don't you just stay a little while longer, just for talking?
I'd like to, but I can't.
All right. I'll see you in the morning. I'll bring you your breakfast. When will you...
Very early. Dawn.
All right, Ms.
Crane.
That's it.
Good night.